We also had an emailed in question from Andrea. And Andrea asked us and said, and as a reminder, always email in your questions to support@vodyssey.com, and we will make sure that we get those answered on an upcoming episode. Andrea's asking, do you think geopolitics are keeping people closer to home? And of course, all the other things getting so much more expensive. Do you think that they're going to be staying closer to home? So, Andrea, the answer to that question is yes. I do think that the drive-to destinations are going to become, especially in these kind of uncertain times. Anytime we see really uncertainty in markets, when we saw this during COVID, the last time we had a big correction in the marketplace, is travelers still want to travel. People still want to go on vacation, but the drive-to destinations do become more attractive. They become less volatile. And because of us as consumers, we still want to go, but we don't want to take those big risks of spending a whole bunch of money flying across the oceans to some of these really fun destinations that we may want to go to. But with all especially the geopolitical climate that's going on right now, we will see, and we think the trends are. I think Josh sent over some stuff about some increasing travel cancellations, and we'll talk about that. But yeah, Andrea, I do think that we're going to see those drive-to destinations become more desirable, more favorable. I think that we have talked about this in the past. Short-term rentals are an economical way to travel. And so as things get more and more expensive, we start to think about, hey, I still want to go on this vacation, but maybe I could go with a friend or a family member. We can split the cost because a lot of short-term rentals have full kitchens and we don't have to go out to eat every day. And we can, they've got multiple, bedrooms, and we can house, one or two different families splitting the bill there. So it becomes more economical. So lots of different reasons why I think that's going to be the case moving forward. And so, Josh and Mike, any comments on that? I think that Josh, you had some, probably some thoughts on that as you're looking at some of the cancellation trends.
When we look at, we are in Hilton Head, South Carolina. Our major drive-tos are from Atlanta, Augusta, Columbia, Charlotte. We normally would see this time of year a lot more fly-ins. They fly into Savannah, they'll Uber, get a car back up. At least from our summer bookings, it's been substantially less than normal, a lot more driving to. But also, I think we've seen booking lead times drastically shrink in these markets as well. But the flights don't work that way, right? You want to book that flight as far out as possible, but it's a lot. You still have plenty of availability if you wait a little more last minute for booking these vacations as well, just how those consumer behaviors have changed.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and Mike, you don't see it on the design side where we're really trying to create these equitable experiences for multiple people sharing the bill. Right? It's one of the key concerns that and that you've really been addressing over the past few years. Is we know that that people are splitting the bill, that people are sharing the cost of travel, and when it's not equitable from the people that are splitting the bill, it becomes a little bit of a problem. And so that from the design side, we've been trying to build in those unfair advantages to attract people during the good times, but also during some recessionary, some bad times, because we know guests still want to travel. We've got to make it a really fun way to do that, split bill with other people.